places where you can
friends,
go and
future.
think remotely.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior community where freedom rules.
There is so much to do. It is so vibrant in terms
Pushback from the citizens.
of what you can get involved with and what's happening.
I can really enjoy the freedom I
Yeah.
have to do the things that I love.
Staff's wonderful, neighbors are wonderful. I can't imagine being any other place.
Cornwall Manor, the new nature of senior living. Come discover and reserve our newest neighborhood, The Pines at Cornwall Manor.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
We're not big
Call
gamers.
1-800-WIN-WIN-1.
I try to go out and get a lottery ticket.
Offices, Metzger Wickersham.
Best way to fold a brand new Harvey's Market Fresh wraps neatly is to stuff them so full that none of the ingredients can move. How long will they stay put? We don't know. They're made to order. Then people eat them very quickly.
Always, we have
How'd you
the
get them?
meat.
Your local news from your local news team. Weeknights at 11.
Gary Matos works for the state of Maryland prison system. One day you open up your paycheck and see what?
A union due fee. I never signed union papers, never expressed that I want to join a union.
Matos wants unions to pay back money taken from paychecks of non-union members. But what started as a Supreme Court battle is becoming a fight over the future of labor unions.
You say that that's just pretext for wanting to clamp down on union rights overall.
There was a guy there who helped
Serious performance failures by the FBI were detailed this week by the Justice Department Inspector General in the investigations of 4 Americans.
We found, and as we outline here, are deeply concerned that so many basic
Are you
and
able to
fundamental
eat
errors
hard
were
food?
made by 3 separate hand-picked investigative teams.
This week, James Rosen looks at what may change in surveillance laws and spying on American citizens.
So that's just hard.
Violations of the Fourth Amendment, the First Amendment, freedom of speech,
So
people
donuts
having
and
their homes
pizza.
raided without a
I
warrant.
mean, it's
Do you think there's
soft
been
enough.
an escalation
The
in
donuts
events
are
like this?
soft
I do
enough.
think it is getting worse. I think particularly with surveillance, with the First Amendment, with freedom of the press, freedom of protesters.
Welcome to Full Measure. I'm Cheryl Atkinson. A Supreme Court decision last year shook up decades of labor law, and the effects are still being argued. The case is Janus versus the American.
Yeah, we'll have to come up with a different Christmas tradition than cashew. Yogurt. 19 minutes. To do a check. I'm trying to get beyond the password.
How are you gonna do that?
We might. There's a password hint. The hint was lover. So I don't know if that would jar anybody's memory.
What'd you get?
When you type in the password, not on this screen, but password hint, lover. So if she's got a lover, maybe it's his name.
He's out of town right now.
Oh, okay.
That's the password to the internet?
Yeah, that's the one we're trying to find,
It's just to get into the computer.
just to get into the computer.
Oh.
I tried Don, I tried Don with a capital D. So I need to grade papers on the way up.
Yep,
Am I qualified?
yep. I have the key. Keep
by the Manhattan Institute think tank found unions have lost some fees once paid by non-members, but union membership
Bill, read
hasn't
any
gone
books?
way
Read
down.
any books from the
Some
library?
unions even report gaining members. Part of the reason, Kelsey argues, is that some workers are trapped, with unions working hand in hand with states, politicians, and courts to block the impact of the Janus decision.
We do know that they made huge strides to try to sign up new members and to keep their members in, and they're even going to the point of doing illegal acts to keep those union members in the union.
What are some of those allegedly illegal acts?
The main actions that the unions are taking is they're saying that you cannot resign from the union until a certain time period comes up within your contract. That time period oftentimes is a year from now, or sometimes in one case, it is up to 4 years later that these workers are trapped in the union.
We're also finding that there is now over 100 pieces of what's now known as anti-Janus legislation, where bills have been introduced at various states to try to circumvent the decision.
Mark Janus is the name and the face behind the famous Supreme Court decision. He was working for the state of Illinois in 2015 when he mounted his union challenge. After the Supreme Court decision, what
There's a
happened?
puzzle thing
So I
here.
very quickly realized that the unions were pushing back on a lot of this. They did not want their monopoly to go away that they have, collecting all these millions of dollars from people.
That's right here?
And so they're going to fight it.
Yeah.
We're finding that if people want to resign from a union, once they've heard about the case and they realize they don't have to be a member, the unions are not allowing them out. They're saying, well, you only have a 2-week window. Let's say 2 weeks out of 52 that you can resign and get out. We have people that are submitting resignation letters, and the unions just totally ignore them.
Janus now advocates full-time with the Liberty Justice Center, trying to stop unions from trapping workers. But for all of those who don't want to join or pay a union, others see things differently.
You know, when the Janus decision came out, it overturned 40 years of precedent that set up the idea that if you're benefiting from the collective bargaining negotiation in a public sector union, you ought to pay your fair share and not be a free rider.
Congressman Matthew Cartwright is on the other side. He represents a Pennsylvania district with a strong union history.
I live in Scranton.
Are they gonna let them stay
Scranton
out of
is
my
the
house?
home of a very proud labor tradition, and it started with the anthracite coal strike of 1902.
He says the Janus decision is part of an organized attack on labor unions. There are a lot of people who say, I didn't like my money being spent on a union whose views I don't agree with, who contribute to certain political candidates and do things with the money that I don't agree with. That was the free speech issue in some instances.
Oh, it's clearly that was the argument, and you know, do you buy that, or do you say that that's just pretext for wanting to clamp down on union rights overall? I happen to see it as the latter. Because what it does is it hurts unions' ability to engage in negotiation and collective bargaining by cutting down on the money that they get.
Cartwright is behind a pro-union bill designed to protect unions and expand membership.
Certainly, you cannot overturn the Janus decision. Nobody can overrule that except for another Supreme Court decision.
But your bill, if passed, would.
Yes.
My bill
They
is
used to
passed
have their
would
own.
ameliorate at least some of the problems for
Each
that.
used to have their own car.
And then we're gonna have good luck with that, and so, we bought a car for the girls this summer for this year. And Taylor has it, and then
I think that's more
Harrison
important than the money. I'm sure
was
I can use the
driving our
money,
Charger,
but it's to
and
stand up
then
against
he
the bull
decided
like I
that he
always
would
tell
buy
my
a car
daughter.
this
You gotta
summer.
stand up.
He
You
bought us
gotta
a
be
little
heard.
Audi.
You're telling them what?
Very cute.
What you did was wrong,
Gave
but
the
I'm
Charger
accountable to it.
to Julia.
Congressman
So Julia
Cartwright's
has it.
pro-union bill has almost 200
So,
co-sponsors,
that's working out
mostly
okay.
Democrats
She
and 2
doesn't drive it a
Republicans.
lot
It is yet to be
because it uses
debated,
so much
and no
gas.
vote is scheduled.
So,
Coming up on Full Measure, we'll
there's
get James Rosen's
a
take on the
transit
Horowitz report
system in
about alleged
Blacksburg,
government
and it
surveillance
comes up
abuse.
to the mall, and Harrison's house is about a mile from the mall. She drives the Charger to the mall.
If you know someone who's making a positive impact, nominate them for a
She
Jefferson
stays
Award
on
at
campus a lot with her
CBS21.com.
friends. So, but I think
Zach here
that's
is making it easy.
which is a lot like taking it easy, but there's banking involved.
And then we got her AAA.
Zach is so incredibly relaxed because
Battery goes
F&A
dead,
Trust
doesn't
protects his
start.
online purchases with
AAA on all.
powerful dot bank security.
Although, you know,
So he can
Taylor's real
feel
close.
secure, and therefore,
But she comes home
at ease.
every now and then.
Yes,
And
Zach
we go to
is
the
most
gym
definitely
when I
banking
manage
at
to make
ease.
it to the gym. Taylor and I go to a couple of classes together, so I see her during the week sometimes.
Middletown Lumber.
About 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours.
Highest quality every time at an affordable
But
price.
Taylor's school is
Middletown Lumber.
20
At
minutes down
Harmony,
the road.
we offer happy hour, live entertainment
even
almost
20,
weekly, and
15
more
minutes.
intimate settings as well. It's important
Or if I could
to
take,
get out and about and be
well, I'll talk to Alice first.
interactive with
If I could take
And I think that as
cloud
people
computing
age, they need to have fun.
at CA.
They need to be reminded of what life was like, but they shouldn't have to sacrifice that. They should still be able to have all of those things, and they can do it here at Harmony.
Surviving at home, thriving in Harmony at West Shore.
It was one of the most highly anticipated reports to come out of Washington in recent memory. A look into the origins of the Trump-Russia probe by the Justice Department's top internal auditor, Inspector General Michael Horowitz. Investigative correspondent James Rosen joins us now.
I'm still working at Dine.
Cheryl, issued last week, the Horowitz report offered something for everyone in these divided times. A conclusion that there was no political
I have a
bias
friend
in
that I
the
work
original
with
decision
who
to
was at
investigate the
Virginia
Trump
Tech at the time of
campaign,
the shooting.
paired with
And
findings of
anytime she
egregious
has,
lapses
like,
in the process
a
that
lot
led
of
to a
anxiety
famous
about it.
campaign
And I was
advisor
like,
being
last week,
wiretapped. So what happens
at
now?
school,
Will
we had a
Americans enjoy
lockdown,
more protection?
and they just came on the intercom and said,
We identified
we're in
significant
lockdown.
inaccuracies and omissions
And
in each
they didn't say